Okay, welcome. Our hands washed, clean, ready to go. Today we are going to be making pickled jalapenos. Because let's be honest, you can pickle anything if you really want to. So as you can see, we have all of our mise en place ready. Jalapenos, our spices, aromatics. All of our tools set out here. We'll be using a chef's knife, maybe a paring knife. Got my honing steel here to make sure my knife is sharp. Also, we'll be using the mandolin today to get the consistency with our jalapeno slices. So, got our vessel for our jalapenos, our ingredients for our pickling brine. Pretty easy. Really all we'll be using is 3 ingredients, plus garlic, bay leaf, peppercorn, jalapeno. You can change it up if you want to, add different things, different herbs, spices. I have some cilantro growing, it's a little rosemary. You can add a few extra dried peppers if you'd like, a little spicier. So, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to start measuring out our pickle brine. So my favorite brine, easiest one to do, equal parts of everything, honestly. Equal parts water, vinegar, and sugar. So based on your vessel you are using and how many ingredients you're putting into that, it's going to determine the amounts you're using. So for this particular one, we're going to be doing 3/4 of a cup of vinegar. So 6 ounces of vinegar into our pot. Same amount of water, 6 ounces of water. And 6 ounces of sugar. So that is 3/4 of a cup. 1, 2, 3. Pretty easy to start. We'll turn the heat on there. Going to add our spices. I'm using a bay leaf, black peppercorns, and 2 cloves of garlic. We're going to bring that to a rolling boil to infuse some of the flavors, and we really want to dissolve all that sugar. Okay, now next thing you gotta do, get the ingredient you want to pickle. Honestly, you can pickle anything. Like I said, cucumbers turn into pickles. I just did some sweet pickled peppers as well. Same ingredients, same technique, same amounts. You can change the amount of vinegar, the amount of water, the amount of sugar based on your preference. For the jalapenos, if you don't like that much heat, you can knock some of the seeds out. Once they're done, into our sanitized jar here that we're going to be pouring our brine over, which is essentially what we're creating on the stove right now. This it's going to be a little spicy. Keeping all the seeds in there. Really, if you need to make more brine, it's so simple. You can just double the recipe, convert it any way you need to fit the amount that you're making. So what, I'm at 4, probably gonna do a half a dozen jalapenos to fit into this jar here. Fit one more. I want to keep it below the rim though, so that we have a good seal and there's good contact with all of our pickling brine. Watch out for those seeds flying everywhere. Don't let your dog eat them. Won't be a good time. Gonna have to figure that out. So again, we have our jalapenos in the jar already. Pretty easy. We're already 3/4 of the way there. Set my jar up. We've got it ready to go. Come back over here, take a look at our brine. You can see it starting to boil. Again, I have my jar of jalapenos ready to go. Give this a little stir. You can see the sugar beginning to dissolve. That there, remember, always working cleanly, neatly, have everything ready you need, have your mise en place. Okay, here we go. We're going to come up to a boil here real soon. Alright, we are boiling at a full rolling boil. Our sugar has dissolved. We are back to a crystal clear liquid. You're going to take that liquid and pour it right into our jar here. Turn the heat off. You can see all the sugar is dissolved, our spices are still in there, and now we are just going to slowly fill our jar, making sure everything's covered. Take this, ensuring that our jalapenos are fully covered so they get all that flavor. I'm going to put our garlic cloves in there. As you can see, we didn't need quite that much brine, but again, better to have too much than not enough. Going to push that in there. This is a quick pickle technique as well, where we are just going to boil the liquid, pour it over a raw vegetable, put the cap on, fingertip tight, done. We're going to let that come to room temperature. Work its magic. I'm going to put it in the fridge. Let it chill overnight, and these are ready to eat within 12 to 24 hours. Obviously, the flavors develop the longer you let it sit. If you have more spices in there, the more pronounced they're going to be if you let them sit longer. But it's a pretty simple technique if you like pickled jalapenos. Pickled anything, you got some stuff laying around, you're at home, you found yourself some vinegar, you have some sugar left over, and your water's still on, you can pickle anything. So, until tomorrow.